What's up, y'all? It's your girl, J. Renee with Prison Ride Radio. Hope that you're doing well. On the phone this evening, we got a brother on the phone by the name of Junard Parrot, and he is a writer. He's an author, okay? So we're going to holler at him, talk about his book, and see what else he got going on. So let's jump in it. All right, bro. How you doing?
All right, I'm okay.
That's
J. Renee.
good. That's good. Thanks for
Shout out to the listeners.
All right, for sure. Thanks for pulling up on us. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
Right. My name is Junard Parrot. The streets has called me Day Homicide for the past 28 years. Like I said, I'm from the Bronx, New York, born and raised, not too far from where the Yankees play. I I've been through a lot of things in life, man, that I feel like, it's time for a change. So that change came through when I picked up the pen.
Okay.
I ain't looked back since then.
All right. How long you been writing?
I've been writing. Started when I was in my state. When I started in the state since. Now I lost some loved ones, man.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, the main person I love was my little brother. He got killed by NYPD. Same building we grew up in. Same building we was born and raised in. He got killed by the police in the lobby. That startled me and destroyed my mother even worse. So that hurt me. I was like, man, I need an outlet for this. If I try to just hold on to where it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be detrimental to me and to the people that's still alive, that still love me.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up the pen, and it was therapeutic. Therapeutic. But it was a lot. It was a lot. I was trying to be there for my mom. I couldn't because I was behind. And when I got there, I got to spend a couple. Then unfortunately, cancer took her away too. But during that stage, I got to see what up and close personal how it feels when a parent loses a child, and that is a very, very awful feeling. It's supposed to be the other way around. Children supposed to bury their parents, not parents burying their children. So I had to live with that. I had to see my mom go through that. That was very, very disturbing.
I can imagine. Our condolences on that, bro, for sure.
Yes.
So is this the first book that you've ever written, or what do you usually write?
I wrote an urban novel. I just never got to publish it. I wrote an urban novel. I wrote 2 poem books. I had a special friend by the name Coco. Shout out to Coco, Miss Coco Wilson. And she read like 2 of my poem books, and she was like, "Why ain't shared with the world?"
Right.
And I was like, I was inspired because she's like, she's a.
This call is from a federal prison.
She's a graduate. She got education underneath her belt. So it wasn't just like, me just standing on it with a pen and paper. She was intrigued by it. She gave me the push to want to pursue it, because like I said, I got 2, a novel and 2 poem books that I read over like 15, 16 years ago. I just sat on my shelf collecting dust. But when I caught this unfortunate mishap and went to federal prison, I just went all in.
Okay. So, tell us about your book. Tell us the name, and then tell us, what inspired you to write it.
Right. The title of my book is called Epidemic, Pain, and the Pursuit of Purpose. And it happened right around the time during the pandemic. I survived an awful motorcycle crash that could have been detrimental to my life. I survived that during the height of the pandemic. I'm in the hospital. People are checking out every single day. Lord willing, I survived. I felt like God had a purpose for me. And unfortunately, it was a trip to a federal prison where I'm at right now, and I came across a good brother by the name of Doc Reynolds for Urban Drip magazine and Uncaged Minds. He helped me get the book out there from right in here.
Okay. Well, congratulations on being a published author. That's definitely a big deal, for sure. So give us a brief little, don't tell us the whole, not everything, but tell us about what the book's about.
All right. It's a compilation of poems that transpired during the pandemic. It's like like a little short, brief bio of me inside the like. I'm basically introducing the reader to myself in a small, how you say it? Like a small look about what goes on inside my mind. You know, because I got a book series of this, of the unfortunate situation. It's called The Chronicles of West Virginia. So there's the first book of The Chronicles of West Virginia, which is Pandemic, Pain, and the Pursuit of Purpose. I'm currently trying to get this next book out called A Plague, Some Passion, and More Perseverance. But, you know, this is basically what the book is about, man. I got the words for it right now for y'all, right? I survived the pandemic. I've endured all kinds of pain. Can't nobody claim that I haven't been tested. All my life, the streets is where I represented, through some of the worst ways, from state to state, through cell blocks and gates, where shackles were changed. Lord knows I needed change in a brand new direction. But how? Was the question. When law enforcement took away my weapon and gave me a federal sentence, I found my purpose through a pen. And since then, I've been all the way invested. That's a little preview about what I'll be doing with the pen.
Thank you for the snippet. Tell people where they can find your book at.
This call is from a federal prison.
Oh, my book is on Amazon. Right by now it's on Amazon. Because, you know, I'm kind of restricted with my resources and my movements. Right now I'm on Amazon. All you got to do is look up my name, go to the book section of Amazon, write my name, and he's going to pop right up. Pandemic, Pain, and Pursuit of Purpose.
All right, I'll make sure that I include the link, bro. So tell us, you know, what does the future hold when it comes to what you're trying to do?
Oh, what the future holds, man. I'm creating a brand. I'm gonna be a poet, spoken word artist. I'm promoting the brand.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna be an aspiring author. Got a couple more books in the making.
All right, we're gonna make sure that we keep an eye out for them. Is there anything that you want to let the people know? Like, what's up?
Oh yeah, if you in the New York City area, you know, I personal train too. You're trying to get your health right, trying to get your fitness right. I do that too. Licensed personal trainer.
Oh, okay. So how does that work?
You know, I'm putting up some calls and things like that now. You know, I'll be home in a couple more months, so I'll be able to promote it more better than what I could from right now. But you know, I'm gonna make a door-to-door service. Like, you know, the fitness is wherever you stand. I think the gym is wherever you stand. Fitness can be wherever you stand, and I'm gonna show people that.
Oh, okay.
You don't need a gym, you know.
For sure,
Gym is where you stand.
Right. Okay. We'll have an eye out for that. So tell the people how they can get in touch with you if they're trying to reach out.
All right. I got IG, you know, at Hamo in Harmony. .n.harm.
All right, it broke up a little bit, bro. Tell them what it is again.
All right. Hamo, HAMO, .n.harmony. At IG.
Okay. All right, that's where we're going to hit you up then. All right, bro, we ain't got much left. I want to give you an opportunity to address the listeners, you know, however you want to. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Hey, listeners, just people that know, as you tuned in, I want you to let y'all know, man, the streets do not love nobody. I mean, absolutely nobody. You know, it's painful to see, you know, my brothers and my sisters getting caught up in this whirlwind of struggle. You know, I started as a kid, right? And now I'm seeing kids come in. And it's a very, very sad cycle, man. We got to start somewhere. So I was taught, right, if I teach one, right, or I help one, whoever it is, whoever's doing the re-education and the uplifting, if we start for one, that one could turn into 5. And that 5 could turn into 25, and so on and so on. But, you know, it starts with one. So we only say we're only helping one. it's worth it. You never know that person you save, who he or she can save, and so on and so forth. I wasn't like, that's about it, right? I could really say without, trying to, preach and none of that. I just trying to give some insight. Dude, that's it.